Have you ever wondered the businesses that you could start with less money and make you so much money? So someone in the comment section asked me businesses you can start with less than 10K, and I just sat down and thought about it, and I decided to ask people what are the businesses they are doing and they started with less than 10K, businesses that can bring you money on the table and that can be your full-time job with time. So people commented so much, and in this video I'm going to be reading those comments. I just took 15 comments which I felt were making so much sense, and I felt that maybe someone can try one or two of those businesses and make some money out of it. So in this video I am just going to be sharing with you 15 businesses that you can start with less than 10,000. So if you're jobless, I got you. I've been getting so many comments asking me to give business ideas for people who are jobless and don't have income to start businesses. So that's exactly what I figured out, guys, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. Comment down below and tell me if you can relate to any of this. Also, in case I leave out any, just comment down below and share with us. Before we can start, don't forget to like this video, guys, because it's going to be so informative. Mama, don't stress your mind. We coming home. So I'm going to be reading the comments that had the most sense, that were really I could relate to, and you guys just follow and pick at least one or two of these ideas. The first person commented and said, enda Gikomba chukua blazer ya so alafu uuze sijui between 350 na 250 and you can make so much money. I totally agree with this, because if you go to Gikomba in the morning, they usually open bales and they sell those stuff at very cheap prices. So it's not just blazers, even dresses. Some dresses they sell 100 bob are the dresses I see people selling at 500, and they tell you it's fast camera. So I believe if you go to Gikomba in the morning, you can pick very smart things. So Mitumba business can never ever go wrong, and make sure uchague wewe mwenyewe. You can see this person was saying you can pick even up to 4K. So ukiwa na 4K, you pick maybe 40 blazers, each going for 100 bob, and then you sell them at 300 or something. You're going to make so much money, guys. And also make sure unachagua zile zenye ni smart. You have to be keen, uchague zenye zinakaa mpya. You're going to make money. The person says green grocery, don't buy in bulk. Also, she has given a lot of advice, things to consider like location and all that. For me, I would I see those mama vibandas, they make so much money because wao wanafanya ni kama wafanyi, and you see someone will spend the whole day there. That's her source of income, like that's a full-time job. I also know of those people who usually wanazungusha vitunguu na wheelbarrows or onion or tomatoes. Those people make so much money. If you have maybe you are 1,000 or 2,000, you can start with a kibanda, uuze tu hizo ma green groceries. Definitely the location is so important. So you have to locate yourself in a place where there are a lot of people in that area. And the best thing, the upime, just start with small stuff. You can actually make so much money with it. If those people usually make a lot of, if those people rely on it as a source of income, it means those vibandas have money. So you guys can try them. Then there is this person who says that Beliam tush for kids, haifiki 10K for summer wear. And I have ever bought a bale of kids dresses and they were going for, I think I bought half a bale because it went for 7,000. But what I would advise you, if you want to buy a bale, make sure you're buying it from a reliable source. So before you can buy, usikimbililie tu kununua bale. The best thing, if you're starting a mtumba business, just anza na kuokota hizo nguo. Then maybe with time you can buy a bale after you've known the suppliers, at least after you know the people who have legit stuff. Because if you buy a bale, that is a very big risk. Juu jaona hizo nguo ziko ndani. Or maybe you can go there and buy a bale while you are present and maybe look at what is inside the bale before you can buy it. Ustumane, or you see sometimes they usually tell you they will deliver it to you. I would prefer you just go there and buy it while you see it yourself. The fourth comment, food business. Do your maths well and you're going to make money. Maybe for food business, definitely you can never ever go wrong as long as you go to a place where there is a lot of people, so that ukinunua chakula you are sure that people are going to buy. Definitely for the first few days before you can market yourself well, before ujulikane, start with small quantities. So don't cook a lot of it, cook a little so that upime ujue per day how much you will be cooking. It's a good business to start. For me, I would advise this one is legit. Someone else says you can sell ice pop. Yep. For me, I know those ice pops usually waste my money. So anyone selling ice pops, that's a legit business. It's a good way to make money because they usually buy those ice pops. I think wanauzanga in bulk. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put a picture here of the ice pops. So they usually sell them in bulk and unanunua wholesale. The last time I checked, they were selling at 300 wholesale. And that packet has 60 of them. So it means they were selling one at 5 bob. And if you resell them, definitely utauza 10 bob. So the thing is, you put them in the freezer and zikuwe ngumu ngumu, and then now you sell. You will make a double profit. So if you have a freezer, you can even sell in your village. Like when I used to live in the coast, ningeona, like there are those households, usually they had stickers on their gate, say nunua ice at 10 bob. It's a good side hustle, especially if you're in an estate that there are so many kids around, or if you're in a hot place, or during the hot season, in short. So many people said the mtush business. I believe there are so many people doing this business out here. And the good thing with the clothes business, you can never ever go lost. Yani, yeah, lazima tu itoe, and most of the time you find that mtush business usually go double. Like this one says, when they walk out, like the mtush business is a good thing to do. You can never ever go wrong with it as long as wewe uchague nguo nzuri legit, the ones you know that you will wear. It's a good and promising business. Someone else says samosas and chipo. I have talked about chipo mwitu in another video. I can't remember which one because those people make so much money. Also mayai pasua, like ukianza hizo, I know of someone who started with mayai pasua while we were in campus, and right now they have opened a shop. So I feel like it's a good business because for these ones, for the mwitus, una making it to double. If it's the eggs, you will make a double profit. It's a good way to start off if you don't have a lot of money or a lot of capital to start. And also for the chipomitu, if you have your 10k, unanunua kale kagari, so you'll be cooking and putting your food there. So you don't even need a shop. And chipomitu is a good business. Just make sure ukigawia watu unaeka tu small quantities, and so that you can make profit, you know. Then someone else, number 8, the 8th business, they said t-shirt ama shirt is a men. Yeah, the good thing with selling men's clothes is that they don't usually bargain. So for the men, we unauza too easily, and then if you establish yourself, ukue consistent. You see, men don't like going to look for things. Wakishajua in your place, they will be coming to your shop. So if you start that business na ukue consistent, within no time you'll have your customers wenye watakuwa tu wanakuja. The only thing is that men don't buy clothes regularly. But then another good thing, there are not many shops for men, so competition iko chini. If you become consistent, ukue in a certain location and make sure always you're there. If they come, they find you there. Definitely you're going to make a lot of sales with time. Then someone else says machine ya popcorns. I know this is a good way to make money, and the popcorn machine usually goes for around 30k there, but if you buy second hand, it goes for 9 or 8k. So you can start with a second hand machine and then start making money. The good thing with popcorns, the kids, especially kids, they will buy for you. But okay, unless if you have another, like it's not, you cannot rely on popcorn machine alone, so you need to have something else, at least another shop. Ndio ikue you have two ways of making income. So someone else asked me if I love online writing, and she says that she quit her job to do online writing and she has never regretted. Yeah, for online writing, you can never ever go wrong with it. If you love reading and doing your research, definitely you can try online writing. This is something that could be your full-time job. Train yourself or just ask someone to train you. This one, you can never ever go wrong with it. You guys, I've talked about online jobs before. I don't want to talk about online jobs in this video, so I just want to talk about offline jobs. But you can never ever go wrong with online writing. If you want to do online writing, just comment down below. I'm going to refer you to someone who can train you well. It's a good way to make money. Then someone else says panties and boxers. Definitely hauwezi enda wrong na hizi. Hey, I know of a friend of mine, when we finished universities, yeah, alianza tu kuuzanga panties and boxers before she could wait for a job, and she has a very big shop right now in Mombasa. So I feel like, and she only sells innerwears, and she can pay the rent for that shop and pay rent for her house. She, like, that's her source of income. So definitely, ukiona watu wana make it na hiyo, it means it can actually bring food to your table. It can be a full-time job. Just make sure unaanza kidogo tu and continue expanding, continue increasing. Don't usikule ati savings. If you make sales, add more stock. Definitely with time you're going to grow a big business, and you don't even have to start with a shop. Unaweza anza na kibanda or selling in the streets. With time, as you make more money, you're going to start your shop and it could be a source of income. And then there was this comment, someone was asking about wigs, and I felt like this wig business is a good way to make money, because she was asking where she can buy wig caps, and I saw people commenting. I feel like so many people are wearing wigs nowadays, I being among them. If you go to Kilimall, utakuta sales za wigs ndio make the most sales, and people sell wigs there at cheap price. So it means if you make your own wigs, it could be a good source of income, because many people right now are actually wearing wigs instead of going to salon. So if you want to start it, you can actually start. And for me, definitely, I feel like you can never ever go wrong with the wigs business. And with time, unaweza hata open your store in Kilimall. So you make wigs and you sell them in Kilimall, that is online, or Jumia. And also maybe you can have a shop. Teach yourself how to weave. I think they usually crochet them. If you go to YouTube and search a video on how to make wigs, definitely you will find these videos. There are so many. So if you can start doing your wigs for yourself, I feel like it's a good way. Na utakuta unauza hiyo wig hata double the amount that you did. So maybe you've invested like 300 na kunaga wig ya 300. So definitely utakuta unauza hiyo wig kama 1500, and maybe you spent only one day to make that wig. So it's a good way to make money. Ni kama tu kutengeneza mats ama those carpets. I feel like it's the same way. Then someone else was saying, learn how to import goods from China and resell. And yeah, I feel like these goods that are imported from China are usually cheaper. Even if you look at Alibaba, you'll find they're selling goods at a very, very cheap price. Wanauza kama ni wigs, 350 wholesale. Or those shoes. I saw some shoes they were selling at 149. Na hizo ni Jordan, the shoes that come here na unauziwa moja 2500. So imagine you import those shoes, even 10 pairs, unauziwa moja 150 bob. Ukuje huku uuze 2500. So I feel like it's a good way to make money. So you guys, I feel YouTube has everything. So if you search on YouTube how to import goods from China and resell, utapata tu. People have talked about this. So you can teach yourself how to import goods and maybe settle with the goods you want to import, maybe handbags, shoes, dresses, and then try to import, and maybe you'll make so much money with it. So the next one is chicken business. Someone was saying you can sell eggs, sijui hata with time chicks. So yeah, chicken business is a good way, because all you need to buy is chicks to start with, and then the food. then they grow. Maybe sasa wakisha grow, you can continue expanding. It depends with the money you have, ndio itakusaidia kujua how many chicks you're going to start with. So it's a good way if you have space. Definitely hauwezi anza hii biashara kama hauna space ya kuweka. Or now you can start business of selling the meat for chicken. So you just unachoma, unauza. Like I see people selling gizzards and those things. So another one is Mitumba bags. I feel like most people are commenting mostly Mitumba. Most people are saying they make full Mitumba is their full-time jobs and they make so much money. I know of so many people actually out here who make so much money with Mutush. So it depends. Actually, the business you start depends on the location you are in and also on your passion. So those are 15 businesses, and I believe you guys can choose at least one or two. Comment down below and tell me the one that you feel is good for you, you know. And also, in case you have any question, just comment down below. I'll definitely answer you like I always do. Check out my other videos. There's a video I did on businesses you can start with only 1,000, and those are very legit businesses. So you don't need to wait mpaka accumulate sijui 100k. Start with what you have. And I always say the earlier you start, the better. So start with what you have. Hata kama ni thou, hata kama ni 2k. Keep on growing instead of kukaa kwa nyumba idle. And you see right now, Hustler Fund inatupea loan. So maybe you can get that loan and start any business. Hata kama loan limit yako ni thou. Like for me, I checked, my loan limit is only 700. And you can start anything with that. With time, make more profit, expand your business. You don't have to stay jobless. You see, there are so many people out here who are jobless. And the thing is, there are also so many people out here who did not wait for employment. They just started businesses and they're making so much money. Like for me, if I count the many people we were studying with in campus, most of them started businesses. Wale wengi hata si ati wako employed. So it's like, it's all about kujituma, getting out of your comfort zone and starting at any time. So guys, just start right now. Start. The earlier the better, you see. Yeah, that's it for today's video. I really enjoyed sharing those ideas because they made a lot of sense to me. I'm definitely going to try also at least one. I always feel like I should try Mitumba business. It's only that sijuangi nianze na nini. But I feel like I will start with blazers because blazers hukua ngumu kupata. So I feel many people will buy them. Yeah, so guys, just pick one and start right now and you won't regret. Comment down below and tell me what you think, guys. That's it for today's video. Hoping to see you guys in my next. Subscribe down here. I believe it's subscribe down here so that you won't miss in my next video. And also don't forget to like this video because it was enjoyable. In case you found it informative, also share with your friends so that they can get the same message. And I'll definitely see you guys in my next video. Until next time, bye. Until next time, bye guys.